Hello, hello. Let's see if OBS plays nice today. Okay, you can see me. But you can't see video. Okay. Just have to refresh the capture. And I think we're good now. Good. And chat box. I guess that actually needs to be. Oh, nope. There we go. Okay. Wow, this game is really dark. Alright, but I think we're in good shape. And you all can hear me, and you can hear game, but I can't hear game, but now I can hear game. Great! Okay, and I'm gonna turn my voice up just a tiny bit, because I look like I'm a little low. And, okay. Do not have enough resources to buy any more permanent upgrades. So let's do the thing. First time I've ever played as a rogue, so it's gonna be interesting. Okay, I've got no new cards. And I can't do anything with these yet. Okay. let's give it a shot. I am super out of center of frame, and that bothers me. Okay. I had this light here, but yeah, I don't have it hooked up right now. Okay. Let's get some armor and a... Oh, okay, I can't use this. Oh, now I see. And then this is something that I don't know what it is. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, that's right. You get stuff every time you kill an enemy. I don't remember how that works. Meadows are good for healing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Some rocks. The risk versus reward aspect of this game is really fascinating. Oh. Okay. I see. So, I get to keep a bunch of the stuff until I make it around. Okay, and I actually get greaves, so that's cool. Yeah, and I get to... Okay, so 6 to 10 plus 30 crit. And 8 to 12. Plus 30 crit's pretty nice. Okay. So dual wielding some swords. Nice. Here. I can make life a little harder on myself, I guess. Nice. Okay. Cool. Treasuring is like my favorite card in the game. At least at this point. I'm technically not very far into it. Okay. Let's see. Definitely upgrade that armor. That's just straight up better. Okay. We're good there. Oh. More offensive set of greaves. Would like to monopolize the treasury. Ooh. do a grove here and blood grove with, and why am I not able to? Okay, that was okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and preemptively lay a good bit of stuff. Just that way I don't have to keep adding. Nice. Hey, Dunkaroonie. It's a little further on. You know. I'm not shredding quite that hard just yet, unfortunately. So how are you doing? This game is so weird. Like, I really enjoy it, but it's also, like, just conceptually really unique. And, like, everything is risk versus reward. Sure, I'll make life even harder for myself by doing double blood groves. Why not? Yeah, it's like so many things you'll place and it'll help you and it's great, but then it's just fascinating because you'll do a bunch of stuff and it's like, oh, this is really helping me. This is awesome. And then you'll you know, and then you'll get to a point where it's like, oh shoot, well I'm about, by being so active, I'm about to summon the boss, which is not what I wanted to do. So sometimes you just kind of have to let your dude, like, just ride it out. So that you don't summon the boss, and then, you know, that way you can actually get more resources. But you get the most resources by placing tiles. So it's, yeah, such a catch-22 of a lot of decisions, which makes it really fascinating how it plays out. And then you've got, you know, secret interplay between certain cards. It's a lot. Okay. New battlefield. Excuse me. Right now I'm probably placing more tiles than I should be. I'm trying to get myself into a good spot so that I can just kind of farm out really beneficial cards. Okay, cool. So now I can generate my mountain peak, which will summon harpies, but I also get to complete this treasury, which is nice. And I get to, yeah, cool. Yeah, it's so unique. It's just such a really awesome, awesome game conceptually. Um, I know I shouldn't be placing all of these tiles, but I want I want the bones. What do we got here? Oh yeah, definitely. That's an easy choice. Do that. Okay. Yes. Yes. Cool. And I've gotten smacked down by the boss multiple times. It's a game that lures you in because you're like, oh, look how powerful I am against these basic enemies. I can totally take the boss, and then you just get smacked down hard and got to rebuild essentially everything. It's brutal. It's not a nice game. Um, I don't know. I tend to like I don't ever really pay much attention to those anyway. I tend to think that the whole like in video game turned board game thing ends up being just a gimmick. I've never played a board game based on a video game that I thought was like actually very good. Granted, I've not played many, but I have played like the the Bloodborne game and that sort of thing, and it was just like, whatever. So it might, I don't know, but it also just it would have to win me over on its own merits more than just more than just being a cool license. Villages I've placed there. I need to stop building up the path. I made it plenty hard enough. Hey, Shayoth. Gosh, the music in this game is so good. I mean, doing well. This game's mean, like real mean. But, otherwise we're good. Alright, bukus of upgrades. What do we got? There, I guess. Okay. Well, 8 Greaves. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty nice boost to crit. And this is a better sword than both of the ones I have equipped. Nice. Nice. I don't know. Switch. I I guess it's probably that one. I hope it was that one. It wasn't that big of a difference. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a good thing to turn fridge contents into. So... So I can't fault you there. You can stop the loop. Like, you can pause the loop to coordinate whenever you want, unless you're... you can't manipulate the board state if you're in battle. Oh. Oh, this is not good. At all. Holy crap. Wow, that just... Okay. So if I die, I lose 70% of my stuff, but I can retreat and only lose 40. Never had to do that before, but I guess I'm gonna have to do that now. But yeah, you can pause and manipulate things whenever you want. Yeah, fine. Blah. Does that give me enough resources to build anything? No. No, it does not. Oh no, I don't wanna... Okay. I definitely don't have enough resources to upgrade stuff. There's so many layers. So many layers. I mean, I kinda like that build. What, so the warrior's your standard warrior class. High defense, decent attack, nothing special, single weapon and a shield. The rogue gets some special bonuses, but much weaker defense. But it can dual wield weapons, which is kind of cool. Alright. Oh. Uno momento. I just got a text that I actually need to address. Because it pertains to house buying things. Yay. Maybe... Alright. So we waiting. Text message of, hey, I need you to sign this. And I'm like, great. I don't see that you sent it to me. spiders' nests are pretty brutal. And the groves can really be too. I'm not kidding when I say that this game can be pretty mean. And I've gotten to where I always just, like, it's probably not the best strategy, but I always build a giant mountain because it gives you really good boosts. But it also allows harpies to spawn. Yeah. No, absolutely. It does. But gosh, like I say, the risk versus reward, because the bars in the top left, the top one is the day-night cycle that it goes through, because most things are based internally on that cycle, how many repetitions through that cycle you've gone through. Ooh, nice. The bottom one is the boss gauge. The more tiles you place, the more it fills the boss gauge. So the thing is, like, yeah, you see all these cool cards coming. It's like, oh, I could use all of these, and you want to just play them. And then it's like, oh, I just triggered a boss battle that I can't win. So you've got to be, you've got to be like, okay, because you think, oh, I'm getting all this good loot, and it continues to level up and everything, and I'm still surviving. But there comes a point where you have to decide, okay, am I going to make this a boss attempt run, or am I going to make this just a pure resource gathering run? And you have to address that really differently. Okay, that's nice. I have to replace my whole lot. Cool. Yeah. Exactly. That's, a pretty miserably boring way to do it. But that's absolutely something that you could do. Because this game, for that very reason, really rewards patience. Because, yeah, it's like, okay, well, I can just, Actually, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Um, Words. I'm doing too many things at once. Sorry. Um, but it's like, yeah, you can, if you just let the game grind itself out, then that's really the best way to prepare for a boss. And one of the systems in the game that facilitates that is you can increase the speed at which you go through the loop. So see here, you can change your movement speed and your combat speed. But of course, the issue with that too is you have to be careful because if you just leave it running, then the game also has systems. The boss gauge only goes up with tile placement. But there are systems in the game which can allow new enemy types to start coming into play. And some tile interactions allow for new enemy types to spawn. Oh, those are just... Okay, those are just the same. Alright. So even if you weren't intending to allow for a new enemy type, it may sneak up on you and happen anyway. Until you learn all the different interactions. I've come to find that I really like the village tiles. I just think that they're really interesting. Because what they do is they heal you as you go through them. But every time you go through them, it gives you a new quote-unquote quest, which it just spawns a harder version of an enemy. Sure, I'll throw a vampire house out here. Why not? It's only my, bodily well-being at stake here. Those. That. Upgrade that. So to... Hey, Vid. Nope, you're good. For the first time, see, like right there, I just placed a rock. Well, it caused a goblin camp to spawn, which is a hidden interaction that once you place your 10th rock tile, a goblin camp spawns along your path. So, interesting stuff like that. And then like this that I'm about to do is a treasury, and if you surround it with tiles, then it unlocks the treasury and you get all the resources out of it. The battlefields are interesting. They're one of my favorite tiles too, because they spawn a treasure chest every time around. However, there's a chance that said treasure chest could be a mimic, and also the graveyards can potentially spawn zombies if something dies in one of its covered spaces. I'll take the pure damage instead. I like those better. My home inspector texted me and was like, hey, fill out the form that I sent you and you can access your inspection report. And I'm like, that'd be great if I saw an email from you. Oh, nice. Okay. 755. Oh, that's way better. You people with social lives. I have had zero social plans for the holidays. It's just me and my folks doing stuff. Goblins hit so hard. Yep. Gosh, the rogue is nice, but it's such a glass cannon. Switch back over to the warrior. I say, the rogue is a real glass cannon type. Some really nice buffs, but does not hold its own very well in combat. That's a little concerning. Mystery chunks. Not my favorite ingredient in most meals. Oh, crap. Press that one further over than I meant to. It's okay. Oh. Okay, good. Oh, precious. Let me check one thing. Quick adulting pause. Okay. Okay. Grr. There we go. I think. Yep, that should. Yes. Okay. Oh, I want to see picture. Oh. Oh. Oh, bless his heart. Okay. Okay, cool. Home buying never ceases. Like, there is no rest for the weary. Okay. Oh, I have a ring. Cool. Battlefield. Meadow. Grove. I don't have a blood grove yet, but I can place this village here. Cool. Okay. Let's see here. How many pages is this inspection report for the 54? 54 page home inspection. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nice beach read. Yeah, no, this is the home inspector that my realtor specifically recommended and said that she's worked with many times and he does a great job. And we met him today. We went by the house while he was there just so that we could take some measurements and things. And yeah. And thankfully he categorizes things based on like, is this just a repair thing, or you know, is it actually like a safety hazard? So my main priority is just going to be, you know, going through and looking at the safety hazard stuff first. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd how daunting the whole process is. Oh, neat. Upgrades. Very true. Very, very true. And I am very thankful that I seem to have stumbled onto a really good realtor, largely by accident. So. But she has recommended multiple, multiple resources. Like she was the one who picked the. I mean, obviously I could have, but she was the one who picked the inspectors and everything. And even when it came time for, inspection, or not inspection, but home insurance, she recommended a local agent that ended up being just drastically better than the agent I was gonna go with, because they're who I have my car insurance through currently. Well, I am switching my car insurance after that because they were able to offer me so much better rate. I sound so adult. I don't like it. I don't like this feeling. Much appreciated. This place that I'm working on buying right now has a massive master bedroom, and so, but I'm thinking I may what I may end up doing is, instead of using it as intended as a master, use the guest room as my room, and then use the master as sort of a rec and game room, since I'll have so much more entertaining space, and it's a good layout of a room and all, so that way I can set up, you know, like a gaming table and have my streaming set up and all that in there. At least that's what I'm currently thinking. It's kind of a, you know, a dream I've had for a while, to be able to have a dedicated space for that kind of thing. Of course, it'll take a while to, you know, to get everything coordinated the way I want it to, because what I want will require, you know, several pieces of furniture, and, well, I need to maybe not spend so frivolously after going into 6 figures worth of debt. You know, I've always wanted to have like a proper arcade. I am not someone I'm not someone who likes like the retros or the multi-cades. Those just feel really fake to me. Like, I just know in my heart of hearts that they're essentially a Retro Pi or a Raspberry Pi, and that bothers me because they feel so fake. You know, I would want, you know, if I were to invest in such a thing, I would want an actual, you know, period accurate arcade cabinet. So as far as, you know, cabinets like that, I don't know about that, but would it have space for retro games? Oh, absolutely. I have, you know, a pretty decent collection of CRTs still that I keep around for, you know, events and what all, and you know, so that would be fun to be able to actually properly set up the CRTs and have, you know, a game station. I have 2 SNESes. I have 3 Genesis. No. Okay. 3 or 4 Genesises plus the Nomad. May have a second Model 2 stuck somewhere. I think I do. I have duplicates of pretty much all my consoles. You know, it's one of those things that I like to do because it's like, well, you know, what if you need, you know, parts or spares, or what if somebody wants to borrow, you know, a console? Retro consoles can get expensive. Not everybody can just be like, oh, I'm going to go buy a Dreamcast you know, especially if they don't have any nostalgia for it. So I like to be like, oh, I have spares if you just want to borrow one of the spares. Since I have this report to look over, I think this is probably going to be last loop. So I planned on streaming a little bit longer, but you know, adulting calls. Besides, I mod a lot of my systems, and I like to have modded and unmodded systems. Like, I made kind of the stupid but nostalgic choice to mod my later model GameCube. Even though the early model GameCubes are better to mod because they have more off-the-board features natively. Like, you can, you know, there's some additional I/O that you can capitalize on with a modded GameCube. If it's one of the early models. But my early model GameCube was my childhood GameCube, and I didn't want to mod that one. I wanted to keep that one as it is in my memory. Like, I don't really mod most of my childhood systems. At least not with, like, physical mods. Like, I have, you know, the homebrew channel on my Wii, which is the same Wii that I have even then. But that's not quite the same. And about this game, speaking to Dunkaroony's point too, sometimes it's good to just wait and let things happen for the cards, because, like, you know, I could get a bunch of rocks, and those are helpful, but they also fill up the boss gauge. But if I hang out, then I can get a few more treasuries, for instance, and really capitalize on getting some additional resources and such. But it's also a game that's really nice for people who have time constraints, because even if you have to cut a loop short, you've still benefited. You know, you may not have absolutely got out every single possible resource that you could have from the loop, but you know, it still adds to the cumulative effects of it all. Stiff back. Goblins, yay! Oh, and one thing that's nice, so like the goblins are a pain. So I can just cast Oblivion on the goblins and they're gone. No more goblin camp. In fact, bye-bye goblin camps. Night, Dunkaroony. I will see you IRL in the morning. You guys don't go down without a fight. Sheesh. If I get another Oblivion, I'll blow them up. Another village to village row here. It's like I said out loud, I need Oblivion cards. It's like, nope. None for you. Negatory. Oh, shoot. I'm such an idiot. I have two different buffs up here that I forgot to cash in. Okay, cool. And nice. Anything else I need to blow up? An empty shell, a sorry sight. Spawns a gargoyle. Okay. So blow those up. Alright, cool. Rough. Okay, I'll let that run for now. I think I may go ahead and blow up one of my blood groves. Just to calm things down a little. So who has holiday plans that they're most excited for this week? Like I say, things are pretty calm for me overall. You know, get a few pleasant get-togethers and the like, but nothing too crazy. Sometimes that's nice, though, for things to be a little calmer. Yeah, the balancing act. It was always easier for me, thankfully, since I lived, you know, so close to where I went to school. It made those kinds of dilemmas a lot easier. At this point, I'm placing a lot of tiles, even though I could milk more. Ah. Well, for that to be happening, though, it sounds like you two must have had a really good time. I'm actually going to speed this up. Yeah, understood. I just want some snow. It's barely even been chilly here. It's been one of the most meteorologically depressing winters I can recall here. Appreciated. That would be lovely. I love snow. Trying to crack this treasury here before I abandon the loop. Cool. I'll gain a few more memory fragments. Okay, that's not too terrible. Oh, nice. It may be a corruption of my perspective, but I see, 5 hours, and I'm like, oh, that's really not bad at all. That's nothing. It's like people from New England are horrified. New treasury. Huh. Can I open this treasury and not spawn the boss? We shall see. I think I can. Yeah. Okay, cool. I once did, it was 10 and a half hours on the road, 10 and a half to 12 hours from here to Chicago, and then 2 days later did it back. And then on another trip, I did 12 hours, but I didn't drive. I was in a van to New Orleans, and a few days later did it back. So, 5 hours seems really easy at this point. Yeah, cool. There's one card away. Cool. Alright. Sheets does have excellent garbage food, I have to admit. Drop the speed down so that I can time my escape. And escape with everything. Cool. And now I have enough resources to build everything that's available to me. So what do I want? Pass unlocks the supply feature. From now on you will start finding useful supply items. Craft supply items. Unlocks the ruins card. After an expedition, it gives you one ration. A smelter. Plus 30. Huh. Of course, I don't have nearly enough ore to. I think I may do the smelter. And I have enough for the cemetery or the farm still. Wow, okay, nice. It gives you one ration for every completed loop. Farm. And something over the garden. Unlocks the ability to craft food. Sure. Okay. Cool. Oh, I can build multiple farms. And I still have enough for a cemetery. Okay. Sure. Alright. Neat. Yeah, don't have enough for a crypt. Cool. Alright. So yeah, it's after 10, so I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Probably won't be another stream this week. So to those of you who celebrate, have a Merry Christmas. Have a happy winter holiday season, regardless of what you may or may not celebrate. And I will talk to you all soon. Take care.